Hello! I wanted to talk about my manga collection because I, at this point, have quite a sizable collection of manga, and I figured this would be a good excuse to show my collection off. Probably the only one who cares, but that's totally fine. I will live with that. So the most and oldest manga I have, and by oldest I mean the manga I've owned for the longest, is my collection of Rosario Vampire, which was my favorite anime for the longest time, because it was pretty much the only anime I watched. It's the only anime I really seeked out because I was really into Monster High and it had monster girls and I was very into that. I mean, I'm not as big into the series as I am now because I've kind of grown out of it, but I keep this collection for sentimental purposes. I also have season 2. I only have 1 through 3 and 14. I think I only picked up 14 is because I liked the cover a lot, and they're not that old. I think I got most of these around 2014, 2016, but they are a bit damaged, just a little bit. I have Battle Angel Alita. I have not read this, and I've had this for quite a while. I think I bought it online in a collection of stuff I was buying. Can't really remember, but this is kind of like a classic cyberpunk manga, which is not my favorite genre, but I have it and I would like to read it at some point, one day maybe. I have 1 volume of the Haruhi Suzumiya book. I think I did read this a while ago. I've had this for a while, I think. Also a copy of the mangafication. I don't know, basically just a retelling of the game's plot. This is my favorite Danganronpa game, the second one. And look at that crazy Nagito Komaeda anatomy. Man's got the longest torso, skinniest legs. Wow. I have 2 Higurashis. I have not read these, but I am a big fan of the Higurashi series. So this is something that I will definitely get into. Thank you to the friend who gave these to me when they were cleaning some stuff out. I have Pet Shop of Horrors, which is a pretty classic 90s? Yeah, I want to say 90s. Manga. 100% authentic. Whoa. Authentic manga homegrown in the fields. I have Azumanga Dao. I have an omnibus, and I know it's a little dirty, but I've had this one for quite a while too. I think this is one of the first manga I've bought myself with my own money that my grandmother gave me, probably. But it's the complete collection of the Azumanga Daioh series. My only Junji Ito collection. Yeah, so just a bunch of short stories by Junji Ito, which are all pretty peak good stuff. I really hope to get the Tomie series, because that is a manga that is on my wish list of physical copies of manga that I would really like to own. Yoimichi Pedal. This is a manga I have read through, I think, a lot of. I don't think I've completely caught up to it. I don't even know if it's still running. It could be done for all I know. But I do have the first volume. I am not a sports anime / manga fan by any means. But Yoimichi Pedal was like my favorite and only sports anime really I cared about, or at least a sports anime with an all-male cast, I guess, which it's just a bicycle anime. I don't know why it spoke to me so much compared to other sports animes, but I'm not as into it now. I have K-On! I mean, it's pretty cute. I don't have much else to say about K-On! It's kind of, K-On! Feels kind of ancient at this point. It really isn't, but this is a more recent purchase for a manga that I found recently, and I have pretty much the entire series of this series. I think the original, I can't remember the original Japanese title, but for the English release, it's called Ladies on Top, and I am actually missing 2 because I have the entire series because I think it's 1 through 6 volumes. I am missing the 2 because I lent out the last 2 to a friend, and it's pretty good. I would not have bought the entire series if I did not think it was very good. It's also romance between adults, which I really enjoy when romances are between adults because I'm an adult. It's also the only series, one of the only series I have that is not safe for work in my collection. The other one, Daisy Jealousy by Ogoretsu Tanaka. It is a yaoi. I wish I had more yuri, like more adult yuri in my collection, but that will remain to be seen. That's one of the only other adult mangas I have in my collection. Oh, these are some interesting ones. I have some Japanese language manga that I cannot read, but I have anyway because I don't see a reason why I shouldn't, and maybe one day I will learn Japanese. I got these at an op shop for like 50 cents, I think. Candy Candy, kind of a classic. What do you mean kind of? It is a classic. This is from the same friend who gave me the Higurashi books. It is of, this is Full Moon, I think. I'm pretty sure this is Full Moon, but also a classic, again in Japanese, but I think these are really cool to have. And it's got the little, and I really like the, God, I can't remember what these are called. The spine. I like the spines because I like the little ribbon mascot character sign thing. I think it's really cute. I love that. There's another one I got, and I think it is from the same artist, I believe, Arina Tanemura, artist and writer of Full Moon, I believe. I, for some reason, have 11, and only 11 of this, but maybe one day I will buy the other, the previous volumes, because I also have not actually read this, but I will get into it at some point. Same from that same friend, I have Stepping on Roses. It is the most, this is the most shoujo-iest, shoujo beat cover I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, I have it. I don't know what else to say. There's also a fairly recent one. I knew one of Yuri Espoir, which I had only found out about when I saw this at the bookstore. And I had to have it because it is a Yuri story, and it is a semi-linear Yuri story. It's like an anthology series with the linear story told through it, which I love an anthology. And I love Yuri, and I'm so glad I got this because it is pretty good so far. I haven't been able to find more to read online, so I feel like I will have to actually buy more volumes of this because it's pretty good. I have Heart of Thomas. It is not my biggest, I don't think. Compared to Azumanga Daioh, it is not that big. I think Azumanga Daioh is the biggest. It's a hardcover, which is quite nice. It is quite an old manga in terms of when it was like actually released, but I remember reading this online and falling in love with it. I quite like old vintage shoujo, especially Moto Hagio's work is a favourite of mine, and I'm so glad I got my hands on this because it rules. I really hope that I can get the Po Clan because I only read half of that, and I would really like to read the rest of it, but I can't seem to find it. And I know that there is an English translation, physical release. And like Moto Hagio she is my mother. She's mother. The full Chobits series. These are probably the most beat up manga I have. It was $34, which is kind of a steal, I think, nowadays. It is the full series, and I'm glad I have these. According to this back, it says that it's Clamp's all-time best-selling manga in America. I think I believe that. Skip Beat. As far as I'm aware, this series has only finished up either recently or it's still going. Because I think this manga came out in like 2005, probably later, but I remember it being fairly long running, but I really liked the anime, and I saw this kind of recently. It's 1 through 3 of the volumes, and I thought, why not? I have Sailor Moon. This is not actually Sailor Moon, it's short stories. My mother got this for me ages ago at a op shop, I think, which is a very good find. And I think at the same, oh, she also got the Pet Shop of Horrors, and she also got me this Princess Prince. Don't twist my words. Me, the only one who decides the words. I'm the wordsmith. But yeah, I have Kamikaze Girls. It is a manga version of the book / movie. And it's basically just a retelling via manga. It's also, for some reason, the most yellow book I have. I don't know why this paper in particular is so yellow, but, you know, whatever. The first 2 volumes of Nana, which I got recently. I have been seeing more Nana, and I guess Aizawa in general, in bookstores. I'm glad I have these. Nana's a great series. Everyone knows it. Get into it. Utena, After the Revolution. I have not read this. I will read this at some point. Because Utena is my favorite anime, I think, of all time. Claudine? It's Claudine. It's a good Ryoko Ikeda kind of semi-short story. I mean, I don't know if it's that short, but it is very good. I have 2 volumes of Neighborhood Story, which is probably aesthetically my favorite out of all of Yaezawa's stories. I really want to have the full collection. I also really want Paradise Kiss. So I'm glad I have those. I have Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card. I have not read this yet. I've not read the Clear Card series or watched the anime at all. But I saw this and it was fairly cheap, so I bought it. Another recent one I bought, The Summer Hikaru Died. I have only read this first volume, but I'm very entranced by the story and the art and just the general unsettling vibe of it all. Last book, the last manga I have in my collection, is one of like my top tier like mangas to own, and I guess mangas in general, is Rose of Versailles. I was so excited when I saw these copies of these in bookstore or wherever you can get manga, really. I really wanted to buy it. It was very expensive though, so I didn't, so I just waited till I had some money and I saved up to buy the first volume. My dream is obviously to have the full set, because it is an all-time series, you know, all-time shoujo series, all-time classic manga series. Seems to be what's coming out is just I guess, print issues, I guess. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I've seen lots of old classic shoujo manga being translated and released to the wider Western audience, which is very cool for me. I will say I'm not really a fan of this like magazine quality paper. I prefer like the more classic manga paper where it's well, it feels like paper rather than semi-glossy, but not really glossy, but it feels like more magazine-y, the quality. But hey, they did not consult me, and why would they? I don't know anything. That is like all the manga I own, I believe. I am, aside from the last 2 volumes of Ladies on Top, I am missing another one who I let another friend borrow, which is My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. That's pretty peak too, and I wish I had that back to show, but that's fine. So I'm only missing those 2 from my collection currently. That's pretty much it. That's every manga I own. I feel like that's pretty substantial. And I'm pretty proud of my collection as is, and I hope that it'll grow bigger. I mean, I prefer my shoujos and joseis clearly, but I would like to have a fairly diverse collection in the future. But thank you if you did watch. Okay, I love you, bye.